last August, I was told that in all likelihood I had 3 to 6 months left to live. I'm on month 9 now, and I'm not going to get down and do any push-ups. But there will be a short pickup basketball game later. Somebody said to me, in light of those numbers, wow, so you're really beating the Grim Reaper. And what I said without even thinking about is we don't beat the Reaper by living longer. We beat the Reaper by living well and living fully. For the Reaper will come for all of us. The question is, what do we do between the time we're born and the time he shows up? Find your passion and follow it. And if there is anything I have learned in my life, you will not find that passion in things. And you will not find that passion in money. Because the more things and the more money you have, the more you will just look around and use that as the metric, and there will always be someone with more. So your passion must come from the things that fuel you from the inside. And honors and awards are nice things, but only to the extent that they regard the real respect from your peers. And to be thought well of by other people that you think even more highly of is a tremendous honor that I've been granted. Find your passion, and in my experience, no matter what you do at work or what you do in official settings, that passion will be grounded in people. And it will be grounded in the relationships you have with people and what they think of you when your time comes.
What is it that we don't know about winning a Grand Slam? A lot of men and women on our side with enormous talent don't get it.
Yeah.
They have enormous talent. Probably people as talented as you have
Yes.
never won a Grand Slam.
I played with people that were better than me, okay? And
So
I played with,
why did
and
you
yet
win and they
never-
didn't?
I think it's because of a passion, of a desire of never giving up, and I believed I was going to win every time. I think that's the big thing.
Even with Nicklaus and Palmer, you thought you were
Yes.
going to win every time?
I really believed that.
Building big teams require that you have a passion about what you do. See, this is serious business, folks. We're changing people's lives. It's got to be more than just about the money. See, your passion is your heart. Your passion's your mind. Your passion's your soul. How do you get a passion? You get a passion by loving it. Mickey Mantle, the great baseball player with the New York Yankees, said, I love hitting a baseball. I love hitting a baseball. I wake up every day, I'm excited to go out to the ballpark and hit a baseball. I love hitting a baseball. When it rains out a game, I get angry because I want to go out and hit a baseball. I don't like it, I love it. He said, you can't ever do anything big if you just like it. You gotta love it. Once you love it, once you have this passion, how do you keep this passion? You keep a passion about not ever forgetting the things that blew your butt out of the water. Hey, let me just give you 4 examples. I never got over what a ripoff trash value life insurance was. You lose your cash value if you die? Well, throw up. Folks, let me ask you this. How could a life insurance company create such a crappy product? Hey, let me ask you this. How could a life insurance salesman, 90% of those jokers own term on their own life and sold trash value life insurance? How could those jokers sell that crap? You know what? I never got over what a ripoff it was. And you know what? I love sticking it up their butt. I never got tired of rubbing their nose in it. I never got over how much money you could make part-time. You know, but I started coaching in Thomasville, Georgia, making $4,600 a year. After football season, I used to referee basketball games to make extra income. I'd run up and down that basketball court for 3 hours and make $12, and I found by term and invest the difference. I went in to make my first sale to my assistant coach, Robert Kelly. It took 45 minutes. I took the same money he was spending for $10,000 trash value policy, and I gave him a $100,000 term policy. I left there in 45 minutes, and that company paid me $324. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And you know what? The next 2.5 years, I never made a sale during football season, but the other 6-month part-time, I was able to save $42,000 part-time. It changed my life, and it changed my family's life. I never got over what they did to my mama. My daddy died at age 48 of a heart attack. I had 2 younger brothers, one a junior in high school, one in the 6th grade. I saw personally up close what a tragedy selling too little of the wrong kind of insurance does to a widow. And I never got over it. I took it personal. I wanted to punish them. I wanted to hurt them. I never got over the magic of compound interest. This just blew my butt out of the water. You know, if you went down to Bank A and you invested $1,000 for 70 years at 5% interest, that's worth $30,000. But if you go to Bank B and invest that same $1,000 and you get 10% interest, everything inside of me, all my common sense says that's twice as much interest. That's got to be worth twice as much. That's got to be $60,000. But at 10% interest, that $1,000 grows to $790,000. That's magic. Ain't that something? Well, you know what? You know what? If you go to Bank C and you invest another $1,000 for 70 years and you just get 2% more, just 2% more, that's worth $2.7 million. Ain't that something? Folks, you got to get this passion. You got to love it. And you can't ever forget the things that blew your butt out of the water. See, I believe with everything that's in me, you win with your heart, not your head. Coach Lombardi, the great coach of the Green Bay Packers, in the last meeting he spoke to before he died, was speaking to a group of top executives in Washington, D.C. Early in his speech, speaking to these hundreds of people out there, he said, I'm going to give you tonight the secret of winning in business. There was a hush that came over the room. You could hear a pin drop. And the great man said, the secret to winning in business is heart power. You capture the heart, you capture the man. You must get your people to fall in love with your company. See, folks, the single most important lesson I learned coaching football and coaching A.L. Williams is you win with your heart, not your head. You win on emotion, not on logic. See, Prudential sold life insurance to make a living. A.L. Williams sold life insurance to correct an injustice. What a powerful advantage we have.